So to communicate with the team, we actually use a lot of social media. So we're using a Facebook group. We do have group chats where we delegate leadership and then coaches and particular players. Like we have a chat for just the front rowers so they can talk about techniques. So we have quite a lot of group chats going. We have experimented with a couple of apps in the past where people can check in, but I find that I like using socials because I can see when they've read my message. They can't ghost me. I can tell whether or not they've seen it and whether or not they're online. But yeah, we use social media quite a lot in order to communicate with each other. And then it is quite a lot of emails and phone calls, both with the club and with Rugby Victoria.
So probably the team, like I said, there's over the years it's changed. So email used to be the predominant way, email and phone calls. But then when texting and Messenger, Facebook came around, that became more the transition. WhatsApp was another good tool. And then Team app became a new app that helped us with training and tracking who was going to be there. And then same thing with Rugby Victoria. Like I said, it started out where we were faxing documents back and forth and trying to find a fax machine. But then that switched to an online app. And although the first year was a little tricky, we were sort of keeping paperwork at the same time as app because you didn't want things to get missed out. But, now that that's been fine-tuned, that's just made the manager's role so much easier. And seeing things live on the minutes and knowing where people stood by the Monday morning after all the games had played is just amazing because you used to have to wait for that, and sometimes you didn't know until the next game day. So it's really come a long way over the years, and well done, Rugby Victoria and everyone else involved in getting it to where it is now.
So tools with the team. So there's a variety of platforms. Everyone has different ways that they like to communicate with me. I created a bit of a website that had all of the information around, anything from what do I do if I've got a concussion? What do I do with an injury? Who do I go see if I want to, talk about this? Made sure I included mental health and all those sort of things. It had training times, all of that sort of information. So that was sort of their platform to first go to and hopefully find the information. But a lot of the time it's just easier to contact me and find information. So I had, via text, we had Facebook group for a lot of the girls because a lot of them are all young players, so mainly a Facebook group was the main sort of method, and then we had WhatsApp in tournament mode. Communication, and then obviously emails for big sort of chunky information ahead of tournaments, run sheets and all those things. In terms of with tournament management, we had a WhatsApp chat throughout the weekend that we would talk with staff, and if things popped up we could easily communicate with the Rugby Australia staff, which was really good. And then prior to that, email and phone was the main sort of avenues, which was nice and easy.